What do you say, baseball fans? Rybread here to talk a little baseball. I hope that we can get through this all in about 5 minutes. I'll skip all the introductions. I know you don't care about me. But if you like talking about baseball, let's get at it. First of all, we got a Rays house. I don't know what happened with this pitching staff, but the alternate site staff seems to be superior to the major league staff. So if Glasnow's on top of Patino, McClanahan, old two-way McKay, Fleming, and hopefully Brett Honeywell, wouldn't that be awesome if he came back and, rode the Rays all the way to the into the World Series again? It'd be awesome. Such a great story with that guy. But it makes sense to have the veterans out there first, like Hill, Archer, and Waka, but I don't think they still have the stuff if you want to go deep into the playoffs. So those young guys are filthy. I don't know if they can put it together in time, but there's a real possibility that the Rays were going to just see what they can get out of their vets and then supplement that with that basically full rotation they have working at the alternate training site. Not to mention Brujan and Wander Franco down there. There's help on the way if they can stay close, but man, it's going to be tough to stay close if your starters are getting knocked around the way that the Rays were outside of Glasnow, obviously. Their run differential is putrid. It's minus 19 or something the last time that I looked. Not good. Obviously, I'll be talking Rays a lot. They'll be in the mix in the NL East, so that'll hopefully keep it current. And the NL East is going to be spicy anyway. I'll get to that in a minute. Next, talking Padres. I love the unis, frankly, and I've always just kind of liked the Padres, so I think they're stacked. Even with Fernando going down, they're ready. But the closer situation's not great. Melanson was good. I respect it. He's been doing it a long time. Tony Watson, Mark Melanson for the Buccos back in the day was effective. But I think they're fooling themselves if they think he can go a full 162 and then be just juiced up and ready to bring it for the postie. I don't. Maybe he can. That doesn't seem like the likely scenario. I don't know if they're just going to bring up Mackenzie Gore late and nobody's got a real book on the guy and he comes in and just starts slamming the door on teams, like put him in the 8th inning and let him just destroy people if he's got his control worked out. That could be a real boost for the Fathers. I'm interested to see how that plays out. The last one, Jays, Reds, the most exciting team from each American and National League division. I'm telling you, man, the Jays, they're so exciting. But next to the Reds, it's hard to call anybody exciting because the Reds are in fuego, dude. You can't get any better than what the Reds are doing. They're just so juiced. You just feel the emotion of that team. I don't know how long they can expect to ride that juice. But the NL Central, it's going to be super tight. I mean, the Brewers and the Cardinals obviously are good enough to be there at the end. And you throw the Reds in an exciting team in the mix. Like India, the young kid, man, he's awesome. So that's going to be an exciting team. And then you've got the Jays in the AL East. If they get some pitching, they're going to be dangerous because they're closer than the Reds. Like the Reds need more pitching than the Jays. And I don't think the Cubs are going to sell their pitchers to the Reds. I mean, if you're the Cubs, obviously it makes sense to get them. You wouldn't want to face them because it's just not good biz. The Jays wind up with one of those Cubs starters, put somebody else in there. They'll figure something out. Maybe the Jays have money to spend, for crying out loud. I really think the Jays are going to be an interesting one to watch. inside of the Rogers Center, it gets loud. And if they're in it late, like they have the whole country behind them, if they're still doing it in Dunedin, I don't know if that's a realistic thing, but it would be a nice story. But if you're a Jays fan, like, how robbed would you be, dude? Like, they end up winning the pennant, or even if they win the division and they win the division playing in Dunedin all year, like, that would be, I don't know, it's something to follow, and it'll be fun to see. I'm Rybread0844 on Twitter. My Devil Dogs will know what that means. Rybread0844 if you want to hit me there, but frankly, I just want to see in the comments here and get a discussion going and talk baseball. That's my goal here, because through that discussion, I hope to learn a lot more about baseball by just talking to people who love the sport. So let's do it.